Well, well, well. A hole in the ground that sometimes has water in it. In this episode, we're going to show you how we were able to finally have our well drilled. You might remember that when we bought the lot here, it didn't have a well on it already. And this is quite unusual because normally before anyone can build here, you have to prove that there is a source of fresh water. So we had to start from scratch. And it took quite a while because in the last two episodes you've seen how we spent quite a few months putting in the driveway in so that we could get to the right place so that a drill truck could come up and actually do the drilling. Let's take a quick look at the original drill site. Right, now this is the first level. And in here, through this stand of trees, X marks the spot, and a bit of blue tape down there. This will probably be where we drill for water in a few months' time. We had a guy called Old Albert over who is known for well witching. He's in his 80s now. Anyway, he came up here with his applewood branch, his divining rod, and reckon anywhere along this gully here we should be alright for drilling for water. We shall see. That's still a few months down the line as we have to build a roadway, or rather a driveway, up to get a drilling truck up this far. That was a really good bit of news from Albert yesterday, that he reckons he'll get his drill truck up here. That was the $6 million question for us, because to be frank, helicoptering in a drill is not in our budget. So I'm now going to tell you the second bit of exciting news as we walk up here. Look, we can get the ATV right up here now, which is a relief. Right, so you might remember the last time I walked you up here, I mentioned that the first drill site, well, the only drill site Albert mentioned the first time he was here, is through those trees there. You could take a closer look if you like. It's one of my favourite spots here. Quite like to make it a meditation spot. So, when Albert came here last year, he witched this area and found a spot just through these trees where that stack of wood is there. And that's because he explained to us that there's an underground stream that passes right under here and goes along. So I'm now going to show you the second spot that he found. And of course, as sod's law would have it, guess where it is? We're going to have to move this wood stack because it's about here, just in front of that tree, just off of the driveway, and just in front of our boundary marked by that post there with the bright pink paint on it. That's because Albert said the stream runs from those trees diagonally across here, and he reckons it meets another stream that comes down, well, underneath, and joins it about here. But that's not all. What is even more exciting is he said he should be able to get the truck right up here and whoop, slip slidey away here, and we should be able to drill in there, and it's the same sort of thing. Albert reckons we've got a spot here where two underground streams connect, and this will be perfect for us. We've just got to clear this up a bit and grade it a bit so that the truck can back in here. But if you see it there, that's our tiny house and outhouse. The building spot is just behind them on the top of the hill there. So this is perfect. And although you might be a bit skeptical of well witchers, Albert's been doing this for decades. He's probably in his late 70s or even 80s now. And according to all the neighbours who've had their wells witched by Albert, he is never wrong. And he's given us a deadline to get all of these sort of improvements done, changes, so he can bring his drill truck up on the 15th of May. So that is D-Day for us, that is drill day. Isn't it exciting?
They got down to about 70 feet. They're doing really well. It's a bit noisy though.
Hi folks, well, we have water. The well is drilled, the truck just left here now. Albert, the company owner, will be over to do a well log, and we'll get a water test done at the Department of Health. They take it in and we'll register the well. And so we're on our way to the next step, which is being able to build a house. You have to have a well on the property, adequate water, before they'll give you a building permit. We do have that now. We've got a good 6.5 gallons a minute, and so we're all set. We picked up the pump in Edmonton a couple of days ago, and and a water tank. There'll be a water tank built on a tower above this. This whole area will be boxed in, and in that will be the controller for the solar panels, which are going on our main house actually. And so we're on our way to having a good water system that will run on solar panels only. We don't need batteries, and we have a 1,500 gallon US gallon tank that will go on a stand. We'll pump the tank full, and then water from the tank will be used in the house and on the property. We picked up a solar powered pump, and these two panels will run the pump. We don't need a battery because the pump will shut off on a float switch. When it asks for power, if there's no power, it just will run. When the sun comes out, it'll power up the pump and fill the tank. The pump will do 6 gallons a minute, but I think I'll set it at about 3. And so the tank could take a few hours to fill, but in a day, I think we could fill it from drained all the way full, and it will never go down below probably 1,000 gallons normally. That's where the pump will kick in and refill it. So it's the next step. The panels will go up on this roof here, and below the panels that are already there, and be wired directly to where the wellhead is, and that's where the controller for the pump will go, and the water tank will be on a stand above the well. Don't do it on purpose.
Why not?
Turkey. There she is, folks, holding up 20 feet of pipe in the air. Let's see if she can do it. I'll just leave her there for a little while. Water looks pretty clear. No bad taste. Wow, that's great. Water from our well, the first drink. Here it is, the well head. This line is connected to the pump. We have 2 safety lines just in case, since there was 2 places to put it. The wire's coming out all the way from the well pump, which is a solar pump, and it runs over here. For now, it's just sitting here, but to this panel here, and the panel runs the pump. As you can see, looking out at the world, it's a cloudy day today, but the pump is still working. It pumps the water up. We'll pump it into this tank that's behind us here. And and then from there, we should have a free flow into the house, gravity fed. So we have water after all these years.
How much pipe have you put in?
We put in 120 feet of pipe into a 140-foot well. That leaves some base for sediment buildup or anything like that. And so we're all set. We're up and running, and the next step is to set up the tank on its stand. It's our little pump shack and tool room. And we're putting a little bit of cedar siding on it, going to finish it off like the rest of the buildings on the property. It'll basically house the electronics for the pump, and if necessary, batteries in the wintertime, but we'll see. There you go, folks. Sun power. We're filling up our barrels, and Albert's coming to test the water today, so I thought I'd run everything through, get it good and clear. Just to make sure it is really clear. As you can see, the water's coming out of there. You can't even hardly see it against the grave.
We built the platform for our water tank in the same way as we built the floor for our tiny house and the outhouse, so do refer back to stories 2 and 4 for a description. We had lots of fun rolling the tank into place, as you can see. Soon Brett hooked everything up and we had cool, fresh, clear running water right to our tiny house and outhouse. Well, what a result!